we are presenting you the town of Badami through various lenses showcased in visual and auditory layers added to our two-dimensional representation of the town with the help of our augmented reality simulations. Here's a journey through the narrow lanes of the settlement with a mesmerizing past carved in sandstone and captured in an interactive experience fusing the real world with the virtual one. Badami is the headquarters of a taluk of the same name in the Bagalkot district of Karnataka. It is situated about 500 kilometers north of Bengaluru. The region lies in the northern part of Karnataka, having arid climate with annual rainfall of 731 millimeters. A part of this whole settlement near the caves and the great Agasthya Lake was studied. The Badami region has been home to civilization since prehistoric times, with evidence of megalithic dolmens and prehistoric paintings. The settlement of Badami that we know of today developed from the capital established by Pulakeshi I. He selected Badami as his capital for two main reasons. Number one, rugged outcrop of sandstone provided natural protection against invaders. Number two, the abundance of surface water in a dry region allowed for the cultivation of rice and other crops. Badami is a corruption of the word Vatapi. The story behind the name Vatapi is a particularly interesting one. Legends talk about this region being terrorized by Atapi and Vatapi, two demon brothers. They were infamous for their deceitful ways and had killed hundreds of people. Vatapi knew the art of transformation and could change into any life form. Atapi knew the Mitra Sanjeevani mantra to bring back the dead. Atapi would invite a weary traveler to a feast, and Vatapi would turn himself into a goat. Atapi would then cook the goat meal, feed it to the traveler, and bring Vatapi back from the dead. In the next moment, Vatapi would rip out his stomach, regaining the human form and instantly killing the traveler. Sage Agasthya broke his long meditation and headed to the dreaded forest to put an end to this. The sage posed as a bait for the two demons and played along with their ruse. Atapi served the sage as he finished his meal. Atapi shouted, "Vatapi, come out!" The sage was quick to read their entire plan and immediately said, "Vatapi, get digested," while running his hand on his stomach. The furious and vengeful Atapi tried attacking, but was obliterated by the powerful sage, ending their reign of terror. Both the brothers were cursed to turn into rock hills of the place now known as Badami. Walking through the settlement during the day, you can see the pigs near the open drains and spot women washing clothes outside their homes while the children are on their way to school. Towards the lake, you'll find tourists trying to catch a glimpse of the sunrise while the monkeys create a nuisance. In the afternoon, you see children playing, women gossiping, and men taking naps underneath the peepal trees. The evenings are busy with people shopping in the marketplace. You see men at the lake competing with birds like egrets and the Indian pond heron for the fish. Badami majorly consists of deciduous vegetation, and its ecosystem is highly dependent on it. With time, foreign and few invasive species of trees and plants were introduced near the museum and the caves. The residents depend primarily on the agriculture as their source of income. Transport and tourism are the other promising sectors here. The ASI also helps in the generation of employment by commissioning jobs for the locals. Major languages spoken are Kannada, Hindi, English, Marathi, and Urdu. Please click on the icons provided for information regarding the festival celebrated there. The settlement is bound by roads, a lake, and rocky outcrops. The majority of the structures in the area are residential, with institutions like schools, panchayat, and a police station. Religious institutions like temples and mosques are scattered throughout the settlement. The commercial buildings flank the main and the secondary roads. Public toilets are present all over the settlement. Badami's supply of water from traditional borewells does not meet the demand. To fulfill the needs of the residents, the government brought water from the Malprabha river via main pipeline. Water is supplied at specific timings twice a day. Stormwater drainage is carried out by two open gutters running parallel on either side of the roads of the settlement. The overflowing water from the adjacent mountains is carried through these gutters during heavy rainfall. Electricity was introduced to the settlements in the 1970s. The electricity supply is regular and is only cut off during repairs or heavy rainfall. This 100-year-old house made of red sandstone and wood has been rented by Shankar Manu, an agricultural contractor in Badami. The structure has two openings, one leading to the main hall and one to the living room. Each room in the house has skylights in the ceiling for light and ventilation. This house is owned by an elderly lady and her daughter. It is a 50-year-old stone structure with bamboo roofing covered with a mud layer. It has a chimney similar to other old structures in the settlement. The owner of this house is Vijay Namdar, who lives with his wife, daughter, and son. The house is built of red sandstone with kadapa as the flooring material. The roof is made up of sagwan wood. The structure is symmetrical with a central corridor leading to an internal corridor at the end of the house. This 150-year-old house is occupied by Baswaraj Shiror and 7 other members of his family. It is built of sandstone with brick partition walls. At the present, he works in a textile retail shop and his wife is a helper at the school. The structure has very few windows and openings, so the family chooses to keep the doors open for cross ventilation. The house is occupied by Kiran, her husband, and their 3 children. The primary income of the family is through farming. The house has been renovated once. During renovation, the hole in the floor used for storing grains was sealed and a mezzanine floor was added. This family uses public toilets.